Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? The King of Lightning here today, as always. One Piece! Wow. GTA Studio One Piece. Once again, chapter review. Chapter 780. Now, unfortunately, this week no live reaction for One Piece, Bleach, or Toriko because fairly busy. I have time constraints, therefore I can't do it. But the chapter obviously is big. Why? Oh, are you actually dead? I don't know. You see, you have at the end of the chapter, there's like Luffy, he's yelling at Flamingo, like, Doflamingo, and all of a sudden you have this little text bubble, like, listen up, Mugiwara ya, something like that. And I'm like, oh, maybe he was alive. But I think it's actually a flashback text bubble. Like, I'm not sure about that. But, like, the way the text bubble was actually drawn and the sides are, like, shaded in a certain way, it makes it look as if, like, it's like a flashback text bubble. So I'm not too sure if that was Law talking to Luffy in, like, the present time or if that was flashback. I'm not sure at all. Now, moving on to the beginning of the chapter. Flashback. Full on about what happened to Law. And why Flamingo said Law's dead. I can see why. Flamingo, Law got the Whitebeard treatment, okay? Like, Flamingo, he didn't stop shooting. He didn't, like, And the entire time he's going about, why do you keep on embracing the memory and the legacy of Corazon? Like, why is it that you have your, like, why do you wear the Corazon mark on your back? Why do you call your crew the Heart Pirates, even though you're never going to sit on the Heart seat? Because Flamingo doesn't know the history and the detail between Korra and Law. Because in essence, Korra is Law's father figure after his entire family was wiped out in Flamons. The whole thing here is that Flamingo, he's no idea. Because for him, in his mind, Korra, he's a traitor. He sold him out. This was his brother, and his brother sold him out to the freaking Marines. Obviously, he's, kind of irked about that. And plus the fact that he wanted the powers of the Opo no Mi, so he can actually use this immortality surgery on himself. Or, no, I think it was someone that he actually trusted, get the powers of the Opo no Mi to use the power of the immortality surgery on him. And they'll die for his sake, and he'd be immortal, and then he become like the ultimate king, like the one true only king. Some shit like that. And plus in his mind, because I believe Flamingo stated before that his fruit is like one of the most powerful fruits out there. The string fruit, whatever it's called. So, and so far it is fairly powerful. I mean, he still does shit himself, like sometimes when he hears the name Kaido, has to wear a fucking diaper, like, oh shit, Kaido. But listen, when you have Law take on Trebo and Doge at the same time, when he's missing an arm, and he's lost a lot of blood, and beforehand he already got his ass beat before, he's clearly not in, prime condition, therefore the result was obvious. So Trebo wasn't just, chilling in the corner, it was a tag team session, alright? It was Degeneration going up against The Rock, and The Rock's getting his ass beat, alright? So that's the problem. Degeneration fucking takes over. And then what happens is he gives Law a chance to, heal him. Law's like, just flat out boom! Like the fucking man had 8 knuckles and shit. I'm like, whoa! That's like an old Dane Cook joke. I'm like, fuck. Law's like, fuck your shit. I want you to lick the asshole of every person in this country. Okay. Hands up, we got a badass over here. And all of a sudden, click, boom, boom, bang, 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 bang. Now, for a lot of cats, hearing all those bangs is another damn day. It's another damn day. Straight up. Straight up. But, in the case of Law, his day's over. His life is over, possibly. Now, there is Mancherry who could heal Law, or she could full-on revive from the dead. I highly doubt it. I want to say hell no. I want to say hell no because to me it's like, what the fuck, really? Like, to me, like, if Mancherry could revive Law from the dead, pull a DBZ Dragon Ball shit, that would make her a huge detriment to the story of One Piece. Huge. And then, given Law's current condition, I can see her healing him, but it would take a lot of time. Like let's say like 3 weeks worth of just constant healing and monitoring Law's condition. If Law right now is near death. So I'm not too sure. And plus, the same thing goes for Bellamy, because Bellamy, I'm not sure if he's actually dead or not. I have no idea. But either way, Luffy comes in there. And he comes in there hot. Alright? First of all, he comes in there with the elephant gun. Flamingo, blocks, easy, whatever. Spider web. I'm like, alright, okay. And then Luffy, Hawk Gatling. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, Hawk Gatling. And Flamingo dodges. And he does this thing called, or either he dodged or he blocked. I don't know what he did exactly. I think he dodged. And then he did this thing called, I forgot what it was, but it was like a whole like condensed rope strings that tried to crush him, like white something. And pretty much Luffy dodged that. And he winds up stepping on the blood of Law. And he sees Law. So Flamingo right now, he's still punking. And Luffy, unless Luffy has like a Gear 4, or he pulls out like a fairy tale power-up out of his ass, I don't see how Luffy is going to be able to beat Flamingo. And I really do not want him to pull a fairy tale power-up out of his ass. I do not want that shit to happen. Hell no. Not gonna. No. That don't mean shit in front of Flamingo. That don't mean a goddamn thing. So, there's another option. They could bail. Now, this one I think is heavy. Given all the events, at the end of the damn day, Luffy and company say, you know what? We're gonna bail. We can't do it. That would be something, that would be a little bit, heavy. Because then you're abandoning all the civilians to their fate. That's heavy. That's heavy. And I don't know if Oda actually do that, but at the same time, I don't know if Oda is actually going to kill off Law. Because again, Law is a very important character for the overall story of One Piece. Furthermore, Oda, I think, does want to do this whole thing with Law, Luffy, and Kid being like the trifecta of power in the world once they become like at like the Yonko level, if you would. Like, they take over. Like, it's their generation. And, like, you have Luffy at the helm. Something like that. So, that's what I think. But then at the same time, when you have pretty much Oda having... Because this chapter may have been, like, a wrapping up, if you would have lost character. The whole, like, 13 years worth of just waste, pretty much. That's what Flamingo said, in his mind. But I don't think it's sufficient. I really don't. At this point in time, I'm still on the fence when it comes to Law being dead or alive. I'm going to lean more towards Law being alive, because I really want, like, solid confirmation. Unless I see a fucking tombstone of Law come, like, like 2 or 3 months from now, then Law's not dead in my mind. Just saying. And finally, you have the birdcage closing in. That's very dangerous. That's very dangerous. Oh. Like, the birdcage alone by itself was, dangerous. But then when you have the strings condensing slowly upon one single point, that means that everything is going to be cut and crushed at the same time by Flamingo strings. Whoa. Okay, so Flamingo, he doesn't stop. The cards continue. So how this plays out, again, I'm not too sure. But the fact of the matter here is that it's a very dire situation for Luffy and company, and all the folks and all the folks in the country, because Flamingo is on such a higher tier. At least that's the way it seems. He's on such a higher tier where it looks like no one can stop him, and right now he's just coasting. So that's it. The chapter overall, I'm giving a rating of great. I thought it was a great chapter, One Piece. Though what I will say is that it still does leave some absolute questions hanging. We can never be too sure that Law is dead unless we see that damn tombstone. Furthermore, knowing that you have people like Mancherry in the corner, you can never be too sure. At the same time, what Luffy's going to do in order to best both Trey Ball and Flamingo, or who can help him at this point in time, is also a huge question. So I'd say I'm done. KOL Gaming, I will see you guys later. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. I mean, like, unless Kaido comes in on like his ship and just stops everything, I don't see this going well for the Straw Hat Pirates. I really don't. I just recalled something. Sabo is on the island, and Sabo is on his way to like the lower rampart area of where the palace is, where I think Koala is. So the game changer of this entire arc, of this entire situation, could be the second in command of the Revolutionary Army, Sabo. Very possible. Very possible. He could come in there, Ryu Soken, and just lay out the entire area and say, yo, like, Trey Ball, I want to take you out real quick. And I'm going to let my boy Luffy take on Flamingo one-on-one. But even still, in order to beat Flamingo, Luffy has to pull something magical out of his ass. So again, don't know, but have to wait and see about that. Alright, Ryu Soken for the win, possibly. I'll see you guys later.